Hey everybody.
Hello.
So we hear you guys want to learn a little bit more about China. So we thought we'd start off with the food.
Or us dying in traffic.
Or not getting hit by a car. So we're going to a place that's about a 10-minute walk from our apartment to get some of our favorite spicy noodles. So we will catch up with you guys then. So this is one of our favorite meals here in China. It's called Chongqi Chow Mein, and it's got like bok choy, peanuts, cilantro, and just the rest of it. It's just noodles in this super spicy broth. It's very good, yeah?
Scrumptious.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. You'll add more spice, but I don't know that anymore.
Yeah,
It's enough for me.
Typical kind of thing is they have this spicy chili powder paste on the table, and you can add more if you want. If you're brave.
You're
bold.
brave like you. So good?
So good.
So, what surprised you most about the food here in China?
I guess like just that it's absolutely doesn't even some dishes like sweet and sour pork is literally the only thing that resembles American Chinese food. Everything else is really, really good, freshly made. Like even like the fast food places, like it's all so fresh. It tastes so good. And especially if you buy like, if you go down and get like KFC, it's obviously going to be very similar to American prices, but this is like so inexpensive because it's just the raw ingredients, fresh, people are just making them.
Right, so we got 2 bowls of noodles, 4 pork barbecue skewers, and 2 beverages for 60 RMB.
Less than $10.
Which is about like 8.75, like
Yeah.
almost $9.
Yeah.
So,
It's like nothing.
what are some of your favorite meals here in China?
This is top of the list. Sorry, so spicy. Really good dumplings. When dumplings are like made really, really good with like pork and celery or leek and onion inside, those are really good. And then actually surprisingly, there's a really good Indian restaurant in our building and a really good sushi restaurant. So I guess that's with any city, like there's gonna be international cuisine available, but I hadn't thought about that. That makes it nice. We can change it up every now and then. how they make them so good.
I wanted the last reaction though. The damn homes.
Damn homes. Those are good. How can they make them so damn good?
We'll never know.
Grant, what's one thing you've eaten here that you regret eating?
Liver. They're a big fan of liver. Like they put liver in a lot of things. I'm a big fan of that. Regret eating? I don't think I've ever eaten anything I've ever regretted eating.
What about the hotel?
Oh yeah.
Is that a regret?
No. So sea cucumber is a delicacy here, and you know, every Westerner that's tried it makes every other Westerner that hasn't tried it try it. It's weird. I think I have a video of Allison eating it. So I'll put that in the video. But yeah, but you kind of got to try those kind of things when you move to a new place. When you travel, you have to give things a try, even if they look really weird and gross, and even if they smell even worse. Sometimes you gotta just give it a try. Yeah, not a fan.
What?
Did you eat the whole thing?
Of course I
No, you didn't. I think you're lying. Oh, innards have been taken out. These must be the innards.
did. I have no idea.
No, that's beef. Honey, I don't know if I can.
Just try it. It doesn't taste like anything. Right? It's just rubbery.
Can't even get it.
You might leave. There you go. Just try it. It's a delicacy.
Don't smell it. Don't smell it.
Definitely don't smell it. It doesn't taste like anything. Really.
It's like I'm eating Jell-O.
Yeah.
Unflavored Jell-O.
But it came from the sea.
It has a bad aftertaste. It's lingering. It's lingering.
There you go. Okay. You've tried. Nice job.
You videoed the whole thing.
Yeah.
La la.
Go back for more?
It's like at the beginning, it's fine because it tastes like nothing gelatin. But then there's this aftertaste. It's like, oh, that's actually from the ocean. It tastes like clam piss.
Clam piss. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Can you explain what hot pot is? What's hot pot?
Hot pot is. It's very traditional Chinese cuisine. Most Chinese people really love it. It's usually done at a really big table, and there is 2 boiling pots of different kinds of broth. Usually one is kind of more like bland, and then one's more spicy. And all of the ingredients come to the table raw, and you put them into the boiling liquid. And it's very communal. Everyone eats from the same thing and dishes out. But yeah, like all of it tastes the same. It's just kind of, is it boiled meat? So I'm not a huge fan of like boiled meat. Yeah, it's alright. So.
How come the kids get to go in the little toy cars, but I don't?
I told you can go. Here's your
Another
chance.
day.
Like, this is the moment. What is your favorite part about living in China?
Probably the food.
Food is really good. That's a good answer. Solid answer.
I think the food. I don't know. Some of the technology stuff is unexpectedly good. Pretty
Like paying
cool.
for things with your phone.
You can pay and do pretty much literally everything on your phone,
Yep.
including paying your rent, paying your electricity, paying airfare, everything.
There's a Chinese version of Uber that we use a
Yep.
lot.
Yep. What's your favorite thing?
Food is top
Yeah.
of the list.
Yeah.
would say that we've met some really cool people
Yeah.
and made some
Yeah.
really good friends here. People kind of going through the same struggles that we're going through, being foreigners, and so that's been really great as well.
I think the city has quite a athletic culture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since we've been here, there's been like 5 or 6 races, you know, and then we have a good group from school of people that partake in the races.
Yep.
All running so far.
It is different though, like coming from Montpelier and coming to a city with 9 million people has got its stressors. What are some of the harder things?
The harder things,
Yeah.
definitely the language.
Yeah, that's
Language
tough.
is very, very tough. I mean, it's just so hard because, like, it's not like we've been really actively trying to learn. I think we might enjoy ourselves a little bit better if we actively learned somehow.
Well, it's
A little bit each day. I know, it's so hard.
hard. I think we are actively learning. We're trying to pick up new words and new phrases, but it's just difficult. The older generation doesn't seem to really understand when you're trying to speak Chinese
Yeah.
because they're so tonal and makes it kind of hard. If you're saying one word that you think is one thing, you're actually saying another thing.
Right. That's tough.
So, students help out though.
Yeah, they're cute.
They try.
Cute. They try.
What are some of the other cool things about living here?
Qingdao has these really beautiful mountain ranges.
Yeah.
So the hiking is really nice close by. It really doesn't take long to get into like rural China, like out there.
Yep.
Like when I go out biking, it gets pretty rural pretty quickly. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. To see like lots of farms and just what it takes to feed a city of people.
The beach is really nice.
Yeah, you like the beach? Yep.
Beach is nice. It's a very clean beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's about it's just a couple stops on the metro right from our house, so like the subway, or like a 20-minute walk.
Yeah, it's really nice in the summer.
Very nice in the summer.
It was harder in the winter
The
to
pollution.
go hiking and go to the beach because the pollution has been really bad.
Yeah, that's something we weren't really
Expecting.
like we knew. Yeah, like we knew, but that's a whole nother level of like the winters here are very mild. It's not as cold. It barely snows,
No snow.
so you can go out and do things, but then you
But you
can't
can't.
because you can't breathe outside,
Right.
and you don't want to.
You don't want to. So we check our phone before we leave each morning, and recently it's been very good.
Yeah,
But if it's over 100, we wear our masks.
yeah.
And they calculate the number with they add together all the particles in the air, and that's how they get the one number. So the maximum ever that I've seen, my mom and I were on a train from Beijing back here to Qingdao, and we passed through a very industrial part of China called Tianjin, and it was almost 600. That's the worst ever.
Yeah.
On any given day, Vermont is like 8 or 9.
Yeah, or mostly 0.
And we shoot for under 100.
Yeah, we missed that Vermont air, that's for sure.
Yes. But it's nice up in the mountains. It does feel very Vermont-y.
Not.
In the mountains with the pine trees?
There's so many people that want to escape the city that to get out into nature, which we would do in Vermont, to escape everyone and be by ourselves, you're basically out there with everybody trying to take the perfect selfie.
I mean, you just have to accept that, like, if 1% of Qingdao goes hiking, if 1% of Qingdao goes hiking, you're hiking with 9,000 people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So just like the numbers game.
It's just a
is
lot
what
of
it's
people.
talking about.
Yeah. It's you know, it's hard to find that little piece of quiet.
Our apartment's pretty quiet. At night, it's been really quiet.
It's been all right, yeah.
Good show our apartment. Turn it around.
So this is our building that we live in. We live on the 10th floor. We've got a lot of cool little shops and restaurants and places to eat right underneath. So that's it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need anything, by the way? We should get some milk.
Come get milk with us.
Milk for coffee. Strawberries, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Oh, a bit busy in here.
Eggs. They don't need to be refrigerated until you refrigerate them. That makes no sense. So this milk I haven't been finding much success with. I think the one that we usually get is down over here.
Oh.
For Bauza. We don't eat them. We don't eat this kind, but Bauza is a meat pocket or a vegetable pocket in that case.
Yeah.
Good.
就有个，你说点的。
So this is the milk we have to buy now. It's hard to find fresh milk.
Doesn't. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you have to get it in a cardboard container on the shelf in the aisle. It's not refrigerated.
Totally sketchy.
It's very weird. We're not fans. So, what do you like most about Chinese culture, and what do you dislike the most about Chinese culture?
I think I like the value of family. That's a huge part of Chinese culture. I think they value education a lot. And the top of the list for not liking would be the spitting in the streets. It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Like so much spitting.
A lot of Chinese people smoke, and there's a lot of pollution, so people just have no shame about just like in the street.
That's actually pretty good.
Heard it a lot. Getting a little
Yeah, you
practice.
know how to recreate it.
You just hear it all the time, and like every time you hear it, it's like, ugh.
It's just nasty.
Kinda cringy,
It's actually
but,
like so
yeah.
unhealthy.
Yeah, it's just gross because there's spit everywhere. For me, I think the symbolism in the culture is really cool. Like
Yeah.
the different animals mean different things, and different colors mean different things. Like red is a very popular color here. It means like good fortune, good luck.
Yes.
Different animals have different like levels in society. Like
Yeah.
people like revere certain animals for their characteristics, so that's kind of cool. For me, the thing I dislike the most is, and a lot of foreigners who travel here say that Chinese people are really rude and really pushy.
Yeah.
And it's not true, but the fact that there's so many people here, if you're not pushy about what you want, you just never get it.
Right.
You go to the store and you see something that you want to buy, and then you're like, oh no, I'll get it next time, and you come next time, it's not there.
Right.
So it's kind of this idea like you have to get what you want when you want it.
And that brings a cultural pushiness.
Kind of brings just this cultural pushiness. So you kind of have to like prepare yourself for that almost. That I think, and the fact that like money is just about everything. more money you have, the higher status you have, the more popular you are. It's just not like that where we're from, so don't put a lot of value in that. Money is like a tool that we use to get from point A to point B, whereas here it's almost everything. So, yeah.
It's true. So, what are your other thoughts about Chinese culture, customs, interesting things here?
People are really pretty friendly for the most part. Even though the language barrier is a little hard sometimes, people are generally pretty friendly. Almost a little too friendly time to time. Being foreigners, everyone wants to take their picture with you.
Yep.
And at first it was like, oh my god, people,
I'm a celebrity.
and after like 17 times in one afternoon, like it gets old.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
What else? I think it's been hard for us with all the waste. There's a lot of waste. Like everything is in its own little plastic bag. Like even when my mom came to visit, she's like, "Oh my gosh, how are you dealing with this? Like this is not you, because you
Yeah.
love to recycle and reuse and reduce."
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of plastic waste, individually wrapped things.
Yeah, it makes it tough.
Tough to try and be good.
There's so much pollution, so much waste that it's hard to keep up. It's almost like it's unfathomable sometimes how much waste there is, and plastic this and plastic that. It's
Everything plastic wrapped. Yeah.
everything. It's kind of
Styrofoam.
styrofoam. So much takeout that's always in little plastic containers, and yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Black chickens.
Oh, yeah. The grocery stores are definitely
An
interesting.
adventure.
Adventure is a good way to put it. Chickens come like we know chickens in the States, except they have their heads and their feet still attached that you have to take off if you buy a chicken. Or you can get a black chicken. It's it's literally what it sounds like, a black
Black color.
chicken.
We don't know if they taste any different. We'll keep you updated on that.
Still can't get over the color difference. It's a little strange. And just like just buckets of raw meat that you sift through and pick out your own pieces rather than like have a butcher do it for you. It's quite interesting. All right.
It's much warmer here today.
It's a very nice day. Yes, it's been a very good day. This is just kind of a small part about what it's been like to live here in China. So if you guys have any more questions, please let us know. I'll put a link to our social media accounts and our blog, which we try to update every couple months just with what we're doing. But it has all of our updated contact information. So if you guys want to send us an email or a message, just asking us questions, please do. We're happy to help out in any way that we can.
We miss you.
We do.
We hope everything's going well.
Yeah.
Happy Diversity Day.
Yes, it's very cool that you guys are doing this.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's been good to it's been fun to make this and kind of
it's been fun.
reflect on our time here in China. So be well, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon. All right.